Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video and the last ever video on MotoGP 18, the game, for the finale of my MotoGP 19 mod career mode here today. Round number 19 out of 19 for the Valencian GP. MotoGP 19, the actual game in itself, is releasing tomorrow, so it's fitting that we end things today for the last race of career mode. If you guys did miss the last episode, then check out the video, guys, by clicking on the card in the top right hand corner of your screen. Please go watch that before I come back to this one, because there are spoilers ahead. But without further ado, let's jump into this video. Now, first of all, as you guys know, you can see on the right hand side of the screen we are leading the championship, and we're not just leading it, we have finished and we have won the championship. It's job done. We managed to win the championship in the last race. So I thought to myself, you know what, there's one more race to go, want to have a little bit of fun and try something different. So I thought we'd do a little last to first, or last to question mark challenge in this case. So we're going to skip qualifying, start from the back of the grid, and see if we can try and win the race from the back of the grid at Valencia. So without further ado, let's just jump into it and have a little bit of fun, and let's get into this final race of the season.
We're live from the starting grid, where the cameras are lingering on the favourite riders for today. A few minutes to go, and finally the spectacle will begin.
Indeed, the spectacle will begin, and hopefully it is a spectacular race as the final one, as the swan song for the series. First of all, though, we're going to make an adjustment to the bike, and we're going to go for hard front, hard rear. I want to have the hardest tyres so I can push the entire race pretty much, and really be aggressive. Based off of practice, we've got okay pace, better than I expected. We're very, very close with the AI. It's very, very close, and I'm going to have to be on top of my game to try and beat these guys here today. And yeah, we're going to start from last place. Either way, we'll confirm it now as we run you through the grid. But yeah, it's been a great season. Now let's try and end on a high, and let's see how we can get on in this last to question mark challenge as we start the final race of the season from last place. It's time for the Valencia GP.
The riders are all on the starting grid. Just a few moments to go, and the lights at Ricardo Tormo Valencia will go out, starting the race.
Here we go then, for the final time this season. The 5 red lights come on here at Valencia. Lights out and away we go. Not the best launch, it has to be said. A little bit of a better second phase. We're going to pull back a little bit of ground, but it wasn't a good launch. Down the inside of Nakagami into turn 1. And Abram there as well. Multiple bits of contact. That was very aggressive on my behalf, but you have to be aggressive, otherwise you're going to get choked, you know, and swallowed up by the pack. There's Rossi running very wide. They're losing a lot of ground on the outside line. We're going to carry the speed around the outside, which will become the inside for the next right-hander. Got to be aggressive here. Get the elbows out versus the AI as the Dr. Valentino Rossi comes back at us for P16. Morbidelli there as well, trying to make a way back through. Going to take a shallow line into this left-hander here and try and make sure no one gets down the inside. And there we go. A little bit wider onto the curbing, but we're up to P17. Good progress so far. Get a nice shallow line here, make sure no one gets down the inside if possible. Morbidelli's going to try and force his way through, as does the Aprilia, but we're just going to block him off for now. Hold the inside through this very slow right-hand long hairpin corner. I think that's Spargo behind me. Trying to get through on the Aprilia, my former team from last season. As we go through the fast right now, there's going to be an opportunity here. The AI all over the place. As we take it nice and easy at the minute, I'm just trying to make sure I take no risks. This is a very tricky corner, this final corner, because you're braking from so early. You feel like you're going to lose the front all the time. A lap 1 draws to a close. We're up to P17. Decent progress made. Getting the elbows out, taking a few risks, but not being too over the top, because you can go down very easily having contact with the AI, so you want to be, you know, somewhat calculated and measured with your overtakes. Taking a wide line here into turn 2, hopefully that will pay off and we can get the momentum. This little kink has run quite strong. I carry the speed through here quite well, and then that normally gives me an opportunity down the inside of the right-hander. So we go down the inside of Rabat there, but not really enough speed carried to make the move. Rossi's making good recovery as well on the Yamaha though. I can really tell I'm struggling for pace here, as we're very hot into T6. Let's try and get ahead, screwed on back on straight. Let's try and make a few moves here, because I want to try and get these done early on. Even though I'm on the double hards, you know, the earlier I make these moves, better I'll be later on in the Grand Prix. This chicane's going to be a good opportunity here to close up the gap. Nice shallow line through there. Down the inside of Rabat. Trying to get Crutchlow as well if we can. Doesn't quite work out, but we do get past the Ducati of Tito Rabat for now. So we go into the right. Try and keep a nice tight line then through the left as lap 2 draws to a close. Just trying to squirt the rear tyre on a little bit there. Rabat might go down the inside maybe. He tries, but he thinks better of it and doesn't commit. We are going to get a strong exit here onto the pit straight. Let's see what our pace is like. Marcus is the 25.8. We're about a second off that in a minute, but of course we are in traffic. And constantly battling. Quartararo here getting overtaken by Cal Crutchlow. Good run through turn 1. Very, very nice. We carry a lot of speed momentum there. Down the inside of Cal Crutchlow. A little bit aggressive at turn 2, but we've got to try and force our way through if possible. Rins as well into the right. A little bit hot on the brakes there. Rins goes back underneath. I'm going to go back underneath again. Try and force my way through, but Rins holds on. Doesn't give away the position just yet. Oh, Crutchlow, they're coming in hot. Returning the favour from before. We do get a good exit though. We're going to get underneath Alex Rins here into the fast left. I'm very hot into this one. And Rins goes down. I don't know why he's trying to turn in on me there. I'm on the inside. There's nowhere he's going to go. So I'm not really sure what Rins was trying to do there, but Crutchlow gets past in the meantime. We're going to go back down the inside though of Cal Crutchlow. At the hairpin, Crutchlow that holds on around the outside. Carries the speed, fair play. Into the right. It's tricky right over the bump, but Crutchlow gets back past as the two Brits do battle here in Valencia. Now into the final corner. Lots of different lines you can take into here. It's just such a diverse corner. This time I'm very shallow, which is going to compromise my exit a little bit. Meanwhile, Valentino Rossi making great recovery here, making great progress back up to P8 now. We're P14, we are in the points, which is good. But I want to try and make a progress into the top 10 if we can. A bit wide onto the curb there. A little bit scruffy this lap. I've dropped off from Crutchlow a bit. This is what I mean by this circuit. I'm actually very close pace with the AI, and if I make any mistakes, I'm going to lose time. So I have to stay very concentrated. That's why the commentary has been a bit slower than usual. I'm trying to concentrate and make sure I make no mistakes. Also, my voice is actually going a little bit for some reason today. I don't know why. That's a good exit. We're going to get the run on Crutchlow here, down the inside. Again, just like Rins, he turns in on me without really giving me much room. I'm on the inside again here. Crutchlow, to be fair though, does do a good job around the outside this time. Gives me a little bit more room than Rins did as well. I'm very shallow through there. I'm not going to take that position because that would have been a corner cut and a half. But I do struggle around here. The AI seem to have much better pace. Much more realistic pace around here, which is what the game needs, to be honest. Hopefully in next year's game we get a little bit more of that. But anyway, back to the action. I've had a little lap there to cool down my tyres a bit and try and refocus and see where Crutchlow is weak, and also give my throat a little break. But here we go. Now we're going to try and start putting the pressure on. There's lots of bikes that we can get past here. No one's really particularly far away, so we can start building the pressure on here and try and make these moves if possible, as we're pretty much half race distance, and I want to try and get into the top 10. That all begins by having a strong T1, which isn't too bad. A little bit wide on the exit, but it was a strong T1. We've got Espargaro there in front of Crutchlow as well, so he's starting to draw back a little bit now. Let's see if I can get the run through here. There we go. Inside for the right-hander. Very shallow. They almost hit Espargaro off the bike, but we have got past Crutchlow now. That's probably the one overtaking zone I can always make work through the kink into that corner, and also into this next left-hander as well. I seem to take a much better line than AI and get a much stronger exit as well. On the power, there we go. We're going to get the run on Espargaro here through the kink. I'm going to try and go shallow, but I'm way too shallow actually, and Espargaro is going to hold on. Luckily Crutchlow doesn't get back past, so now if I'm lucky I can get the run on Espargaro through here. Oh, he keeps it low. He does go for the low line. I'm trying to use first gear to get the rotation, but Espargaro holds on for now. I'm going to keep putting the pressure on. This right-hander is a good opportunity for me as well. Over that curb, a little bit too much there for my liking, but we are going to make up some momentum here on Espargaro. Gets on the brakes a little bit mid-corner there. Into the final corner. Keeping a tight line this time, not letting Crutchlow send one down the inside. We're making a bit of progress now. Espargaro should be next on the list. A little bit of a toe here as we race towards turn 1. Oh, that rear tyre's going there. I had to hit the back of Espargaro there, I had no choice. Down the inside though of my teammate. A little bit hot on the brakes, but we are going to get the run as we cut underneath. Down the inside, come on. There we go. A little bit wide again there. I'm going to try and keep it low if I can. Not let Espargaro get past. And there we go. We get in front of the Spaniard. A little bit hot onto the brakes there. That's going to allow Espargaro back down the inside, but we do get the job done. And we're now up into P12. So we're slowly but surely making our way up the order. Andrea Iannone on the Aprilia is next. And I can smell a top 10 finish. I can see it. So let's try and chase it down. Zarco is still holding on to P4 as we set a personal best down to the 126s now. And towards T1, we're going to get a very nice run through there. And we're starting to put the pressure on Iannone already here. Turn 2, as always, taking the wide line, my preferred line, which will give me the better exit and the momentum through the kink to send one down the inside of Iannone. A little bit hot there. That's going to give Iannone a chance to get back underneath, and he does. Let's stay with him though. After this next left-hander, we'll get the chance if we get a nice line through the corner. Iannone is very tight, very shallow. That's going to be a poor exit for him. That's going to be the run for me. We're going to get down the inside here nice and early. Show him the long way around. He's going to try and hold it all the way around the outside, and he's going to just about make it work, to be fair. I'm going to try and close him off though and stop him from doing that, but Iannone does do a good job of trying to make it work around the outside. But we're now P11. Pecco Bagnaia, Francesco Bagnaia up next for P10, and a top 10 finish would be really good for me around here. You can definitely tell AR's pace is a lot better here, as I'm struggling a lot more to make the progress, and I'm really pushing here as hard as I can. I'm on the limit, and the AI are holding on quite nicely, but still there's a few places, I think all the way up to P4, which is Zarco, as we get the final corner completely wrong. Up to Zarco, who's in P4, I believe we can definitely finish this race if we get our act together a little bit. We're going to get the run on Iannone, get back past again, power past the Aprilia on the inside line for turn 1. Better racing line. Iannone will have to yield, and there we go, we're back past. For once I'm actually going to get a clean run through 2 and also through 3 as well, and 4, so I can make up for lost time like that. There we go. Okay then, so we're starting to put the pressure on a little bit now. 26.7, that's my personal best on lap number 10. Bear in mind the people in front are probably all on the soft, so we're going to have the tyre advantage as this race goes on. Good run through turn 1 here. We're starting to really put Bagnaia under pressure here in the Pramac. Let's try and keep doing that through the kink. Hopefully we can set him up for the right down the inside. Don't give him the chance to switch back. There we go, block pass. Close him down. Don't let him get through if we can. There we go. Just keep it nice and tight. He's going to go down the inside here though and ruin my exit. Damn it. We're going to get boxed in here behind Bagnaia. I'm going to try and go for the outside, which will become the inside for the left. Down the inside. It's an aggressive one, but again, he absolutely launched one down my inside at the left-hander beforehand, so all fair racing in my book. A little bit wide here. This is going to cost me a little bit. Need to bring it back underneath. There we go. We just tuck in a little bit there. As Cyrene goes down, my teammate. It's going to relegate him quite far down the order now. A little bit wide through there, but we don't lose much time. We're into the top 10, that's good. We're getting there, we're getting there. If I could just get past these 3 bikes, I'll be happy. I think these 3 bikes are possible to be overtaken. Go to the pit straight one more time. Zarco now P5. 3 laps to go. Let's get the pressure on. Good turn 1 again. Sector 1 is just so much better for me. Turn 2. Keep a nice tight line on the power. I'm a little bit too far back from Lorenzo, I think, to have a go here. But I will keep the pressure on. And dare I say, I could probably have a chance into the left-hander if I get close enough. Or out the left-hander, more like. Although Lorenzo does pull away quite nicely, to be fair. He does go very shallow, though. So that might hurt him a little bit. I'm a little bit wide to the curb there, so we are a little bit far back for now. But we are breathing down his neck. And we are there. We're looking for it. Front end almost tucked in there, as I'm a little bit too slow, losing too much speed. Through the chicane. Taking a shallow line this time. I'm going to try and get underneath Lorenzo if I can. Doesn't quite work out for me though. Can I send one here down the inside of Lorenzo? Yes, I can. Aggressive again, but you know what? I've been aggressive this whole race, and it's worked for me, so why stop doing it? P9. Oh, that's a little bit wide. That's going to cost me some time. And the possibility of overtaking Jack Miller into the right-hander. Let's try and stay within range though. Oh, almost hit the back of him there. A little bit too hot into there, but let's try and stay close. Try and have a go at him out of this next left-hander. Come on, let's try and keep the pressure on if we can. Nice and lay on the brakes. But it's taking a very narrow line there, so that's going to put him on the back foot. We are going to get the run. A little bit far back here. Down the inside, I had a look there, but Miller held on. He was having none of it. Oh, that's a big hit. I keep forgetting the AR brake mid-chicane there. Down the inside though of Miller here. He's trying to hold around the outside, but I'm just going to edge him out. And we're up into P8. Ooh, that's a poor line through there, a little bit wide. But, like I said before, the math and the numbers add up. John Mir is the one I want to pass now, the last one. Going on to the last lap of the race, the last lap of the season, the last lap of the series. Miller's wide into the final corner, so he's no longer a threat. Last lap of the Grand Prix. Let's go chase John Mir. John Mir is quite wide there into the turn 2. My tyres are going though. I want to go down the inside just to put him off for now. He has to get off the gas a bit. We're going to have a look down the inside again, but no way through just yet. We're going to get the exit. I'm going to send one down the inside of the Suzuki, and there we go, job done. Beautiful move, and we're going to get the exit and the traction. And we're up into P7. Can we maybe get a P6 from the doctor? Can we snatch that away from him in the remaining corners? It's going to take a miraculous end to the lap to get anywhere near him, I think. We could try it. My tyres are really going though. I can really feel them fading away. I don't think it's going to happen, but still P7, I'll take that. Let's just nurse it home now for these final few corners. A bit wide through there. Let's try and keep pushing here. Into the final corner. A bit wide. Easy on the brakes. Just keep it nice and shallow on the line. Rossi's a bit wide there, but nonetheless, there we go then. The season draws to a close. Marquez wins the finale, and we come home P7, and I will take that. That is a good result. Shake of the head from the rider, but I'm happy with that. From last place, I've got no complaints. That was a fun race, and fighting our way through the pack was quite fun for a change. But there you go, guys. That was the last race. Now let's look at the final race results. And there we have it then. Marquez wins in Valencia. Ultimately, he was way too quick. You know, the fastest lap at 125.8, much faster than anybody else. And Dovi got P3, Vinales P2. Petrucci misses out on the podium. Jan Zarco with a fantastic P5. And then myself and Rossi doing the recovery ride here today. And we get 6th and 7th. With John Mir 8th, Jack Miller P9. And then in P10, we've got Jorge Lorenzo. Further down, we have Bagnaia, Iannone, Crutchlow, Espargaro, and Rins. So that is your top 15 and your point scorers here today. In terms of the Riders' Championship, we win the championship by 30 points over Dovi and Marquez P3, Vinales P4, Valentino Rossi P5 in the end, and then Mir, Lorenzo, Petrucci, Crutchlow running out the top 10, or top 9, sorry, Zarco rounds off the top 10, and then we've got Rins, Miller, Iannone, Bagnaia, and Espargaro running out the top 15, and then Quattararo, Sarin, Rabat, Oliveira, Espargaro, Nakagami, Morbidelli, and Abraham bring up the rear with Sarin, the only other rider on the KTM to bring 2 points home, along with my 363. In terms of the team championship, though, or constructors, sorry, we win the constructors for KTM there, thanks to Jan Zarco mainly, who did a good job, and we bring home 375 points for the team. And in terms of the team championship, Movistar, Monster Energy, Yamaha, sorry, it was Movistar last season, but Monster Energy in 2019, they win the team championship. We come home P4 behind Ducati and Repsol Honda. At the end, quite comfortably ahead of Suzuki and the Works KTM team P6. So all in all, not too bad as Pramac overtake LCR Honda on the last day of the season there. But all things considered, guys, that is it for this season and for this series. If you did enjoy it, drop a big fat like on the video, guys, and MotoGP 19 content coming very soon. So subscribe for that, guys, if you are new to the channel. Turn notifications to not miss a single video from me. And finally, check out these 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you in my next video very soon. But until then, let's go back from me.